Did you know that the book you're holding is the result of over 5,000 years of innovation? Imagine sitting on the subway reading from heavy stone tablets. Sounds exhausting, right? Thankfully, we've come a long way since then. From ancient scrolls to the printing press revolution, and now to the sleek, beautifully bound pages we know today, the journey of the book is nothing short of extraordinary. Stick around as we uncover the incredible evolution that brought your favorite stories into your hands. It all started thousands of years ago, when writing first appeared on clay tablets and stone. Imagine scribes carefully carving each symbol into wet clay. Books back then were heavy and anything but portable. But things got a little easier when the Egyptians developed papyrus around 3000 BCE, allowing longer texts and more detailed records to be rolled up into scrolls. Fast forward to the 1st century AD, and the Romans introduced the Codex, basically an early version of the modern book. This format, with pages bound along one side, replaced scrolls and made reading more convenient. During the Middle Ages, monks meticulously hand-copied texts into beautiful manuscripts, but these books were rare and costly, accessible only to the elite. The real game changer came in the 15th century, with Johannes Gutenberg's printing press. With movable type, books could now be produced quickly and cheaply. The Gutenberg Bible was the first major book printed, and it marked the beginning of widespread literacy and the spread of ideas across Europe. By the 19th century, steam-powered presses and industrialization took book production to a whole new level. Books became more affordable, and mass production meant they could reach a much wider audience. Fast forward to today, and digital technology has streamlined the process even further, making it possible to produce millions of books quickly and efficiently. Every epic story starts with a blank page, right? But before any book can start its journey, it needs to be designed. Picture this: a designer hunched over their computer, tweaking fonts, adjusting margins, and making sure every little detail is just right. Once they're satisfied and probably a little cross-eyed, they save their masterpiece as a digital file. This file is the blueprint, the DNA of what will soon become a real physical book. Next up, the digital file gets introduced to its new best friend, the CTP machine, or as I like to call it, the magical plate maker. This machine is where things start to get serious. You might see a metal part spinning around furiously in the machine. That's where the action's happening. It takes that digital file and burns it onto an aluminum plate. Think of it as the machine's way of making a tattoo that'll be used to print the pages. When it's done, out comes an aluminum plate, freshly inked with your book's contents ready to be put to work. This plate is then developed like an old-school photograph into a printing plate that's ready to roll, literally. Now that we have our printing plate, it's time for some serious printing. Offset printing, to be exact. This method is a powerhouse for mass production, allowing for fast and high-quality color printing. Here's the lowdown. The printing plate is loaded into an offset printer. This machine uses a combination of ink, a rubber roller, and the plate to transfer the design onto sheets of paper. Picture it like a giant stamp, but with the precision of a Swiss watch. Before the presses go full throttle, a few test prints are done to ensure the colors are just right and the materials are up to snuff. Adjustments can be made on the fly using a control unit, fine-tuning the colors until they're perfect. Once everything is set, the presses fire up, feeding sheets of paper into the offset printer at lightning speed. Producing page after page of crisp, beautiful print. After all that printing, you've got a giant sheet of paper with multiple pages on it. Cool, but not exactly book ready. So it's time to slice and dice. Precision cutters jump in, chopping those massive sheets into perfectly sized pages. Think of it as the ultimate paper haircut, making sure each page is trimmed to perfection. Now these freshly cut pages are ready for a little origami action. Okay, not quite, but they do get folded. This isn't just for show. The folding process turns those flat sheets into booklets called signatures. These signatures are like mini books that, when stacked together, form the whole thing. Plus, folding them now makes the assembly later a whole lot easier. Alright, time to put things in order. Remember those mini books we just folded? Now they need to be stacked in the right sequence, because no one likes a story with the ending at the beginning, unless it's one of those artsy movies. Machines take over here, making sure every single page is in the right spot. It's like a bookish assembly line, and each page is racing to get to its correct position. Now for the part where everything comes together, the binding. Hardcover binding is the superhero of bookmaking. It's strong, durable, and makes your book look oh so fancy. The signatures are sewn together with thread, creating a spine that's tough as nails. But we're not done yet. Glue gets involved. Because what's a craft project without some sticky fingers, right? The adhesive is applied to the spine, holding everything together and giving the book that satisfying snap when you open it for the first time. After the glue is applied, the book gets a moment to chill and harden up, kind of like a bodybuilder after a workout. With the book now bound, it's time for a little grooming. The book gets its final trim to make sure all the edges are neat and tidy. Then the spine gets rounded. Why? Because we want the book to be flexible enough to open without cracking like an old bone. This rounded spine is what gives hardcover books that luxurious feel when you crack them open. Last but not least, it's time to dress up our book in its fancy outfit, the cover. An adhesive is applied to the spine, and then the cover is carefully attached. Sometimes a small stick of wood is used to shape and secure the cover, giving it that perfect fit. And there you have it. A finished hardcover book that's ready to hit the shelves, or more likely your eager hands. All that hard work, all those steps, and now finally a book is born. And that's how your favorite stories go from digital dreams to hardcover reality. It's a process filled with precision, creativity, and a little bit of magic. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at book production, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a chapter in our adventure. Thanks for watching, and happy reading.